Dave's sources are worse than Andrew's commitment to dry January. Is Dennis Allen killing his own offensive coordinator search? Plus, we got nothing else. We're just going to roast Dave's you-know-what for like 90 minutes. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Callaway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to lower your volume when he speaks.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast presented by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. I'm Ralph Marlboro. I'm joined by Dave, Andrew, and oh my God, Kevin. He's back. Wow. Did you have to ask Thomas?
I brought a friend.
Did you have to ask Thomas for permission back in the Discord studio and all? Get the login right and stuff?
Throat code is back.
Doing the mock drafts, Ralph. Yeah. I clearly know where everything is.
Yeah, I know. So I want to thank everybody for watching on Twitch right now. We got a ton of people. Nikolai, Biloxi Blues, Odize, first time joining us, Jerry, Bulldog Saint, Jason Champagne, Bud Rich, Andrew's Dad, and a lot more. On tonight's show, we're going to laugh at Mickey Loomis murdering Dave in broad daylight. We're going to update the Saints offensive coordinator.
I'm going to get a drink.
That's getting sadder by the day. Andrew just threw dry January out the window. We're going to answer your questions and more. Before we start, remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. And I also got to mention our MVP contest. Listener Vince in Maine sent us a signed Deuce McAllister jersey. So we're going to raffle that thing off. Weekly MVPs get their shot at having a signed jersey from a Saints legend. If we reach $100 in donations tonight, the MVP will choose which minibar bottle from my gigantic minibar collection I'm going to poison myself with. You should consider donating via Stream Elements by typing in !donate in the chat and click the link that appears. Twitch takes about 50% when you donate using bits. So this is a way you spend less and it's easier to get me drunk. It's win-win. Even Andrew uses it. And remember, Dave, the best $20 you can spend, text to speech, $20. You interrupt the show. Boom, computer British voice guy interrupts and says whatever you want to say. Maybe you noticed that we're already at $305 on the donation scale. Thanks to Cajun Sands, he donated $300 right after the last show. So I'm going to kick the show off with something that is disgusting, dangerous, and I'm afraid. It's
this joker had to go ahead and donate $300. I thought I was going to have the highest donation of the year with my 100, and then this guy comes in with $300.
Yeah,
that's right. We haven't even seen you since then.
I didn't miss him.
Bomb. How did you afford that? How did you afford that $100? Did you use the Amazon gift card that Ralph gave you?
He hasn't done the black bomb yet, has he?
No,
I didn't.
No, he's about to.
No.
He's about to.
Okay.
Yeah, can I say very quickly? Can I say very quickly, Kevin? It is great to have you.
It's good to see you, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I've missed you.
I've missed y'all.
Wait, is this going to be a longer term thing? Are you here to stay, or is this just
my work schedule? My work shift has changed. We hired a new person. She is
just yes or no. Great.
She's quote unquote fully acclimated to the shift, and so I am now.
I haven't missed you that much.
Yeah. So all right. So Cajun.
Yeah. I gotta say, Kevin, I've been stuck with these two idiots. They've spewed football
Well, the off-season
innuendo, without
shine.
facts, without studying the tape, without sources.
Fake news.
Yeah, with fake
We'll get to
news.
that.
Kevin, I'm glad that you're here to set the record straight. Finally.
So everybody, before I describe this horrible shot that Manadula sent me, what is everybody drinking? I'm drinking, of course, strawberry lemonade and hard-hide strawberry whiskey. It's amazing. It's delicious. Dave, what are you drinking?
The GOAT Louisiana IPA, Ghost in the Machine. Fresh. This is a week old. The can date is January 15th. It's January 23rd. It's 8 days old. Hard to do. It's hard to find that. Freshy.
Kevin, what are you drinking?
Old Trusty.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Old Trusty.
Throat coat.
Throat coat.
Andrew, you fell off the wagon for dry January. Just hopped right off.
Yeah, I'm off the wagon. Is that how you say that? I'm on the wagon.
You're
Off
the wagon.
I just grabbed the Sam Adams. So nothing special. But,
okay.
Yeah.
So
What were you drinking before?
as Thomas explained, we already have
glass of wine.
We already have an MVP leader. So Manadula,
Can I play the donation message from Cajun Sands?
Yeah, play it.
Please.
Oh, deception! Matt Ryan!
Keep up the good work. Fire the whole coaching staff.
All right. Simple but effective.
Simple but effective. Okay, so Manadula sent me a box from the Netherlands, and as my wife went through it, she's like, "This is stuff that they gave people when they were dying in the 1700s, so they wouldn't feel any pain." That was a that was a concern. But this is a concern. It was a box of 8. It's called Drop Shot Black Magic De Shot Drank Met Ek Drop Max.
Do you have any idea what this is, what it tastes like? I mean, do you have any idea what to expect?
I have no idea. The only thing that Manadula, he gave specific instructions on the orange thing that was wrapped in like super security tape that I couldn't get open before the show. He said not to do that as a shot. We'll be doing that as a shot next week when I get when I get the tape.
All right. So listen, Ralph, you're gonna take. So I just since we're early in the show, to incentivize the people that donate, what else are you going to take later if they continue to donate after
Waffle
this?
Mints.
Oh, gee.
Whoa. Good God.
Holy!
This is going to be... This is going to be...
So Black Magic doesn't smell good. It's the initial reading we're getting.
Jesus.
Buckle up, kiddos. This is going to be a doozy.
Oh.
All right, come on.
Kevin's back. I'm drinking again. Ralph's taking Black Magic.
For those who are only listening, Ralph hasn't even drinking it yet.
I haven't even drank it.
You're getting these reactions just off of the smell.
It smells like smelling salts.
Oh my god,
dude! What are they putting? What is smelling salts? It's like ammonia, right? Yeah, it's like ammonia and something else.
Fine, I'll Google it. Hang on a second.
There you go. Come on. In the meantime, drink up, pretty boy.
Oh God, this is
diluted ammonia, water, and ethanol.
I just want to say, if I die, Thomas, you're in Europe. Hunt Manadula down.
I will,
and make him pay.
What country is he from?
He's
the
in
Netherlands.
Holland. Hoop Holland. Hoop Holland. Right.
Come on. It looks small though. That's good.
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus.
I think it's bad. Worse than Malort?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
If it's worse than Malort, it's got to be a 10. Look at him.
Dude, I try. Ooh.
His mouth is black.
Hey, Sally, I need assistance. Oh, Jesus. It's worse than Malort, like the aftertaste. But it's not as strong. It's
so
not
8.
What like 8.5.
There was no halves. How many times? There are no halves.
I'm just ignoring him, Dave.
It's an 8.
You're just rounding up.
Round down. It's an 8.
Round down.
That's true. It's Ralph. He's always way over the top.
It lingers in your mouth. Oh,
that's what she said. No.
God. Hey, Sally, I need assistance. Oh, that is terrible. If I have to follow that up with Rumple Mints, Jesus.
All right, keep donating, people. We need some still skin.
Only 75 away. Also, thanks to Hutat Fisherman for off-stream subscribing.
Okay.
For the first
so now
time.
we got to get. I know the Saints are having an offensive coordinator search, and we'll get to that. But we got to get to the main thing. Mickey Loomis absolutely, positively murdered Dave. Honestly, I'm surprised you showed up, Dave. Listen,
I'm surprised anybody showed up. Our
credibility is burned to the ground.
Mickey Loomis sunk us completely.
Idiots!
I don't know that someone associated with the Saints
don't blame us
ever savaged us like this.
No,
ever.
The only thing that would have made it better or worse if this Mickey Loomis would have said, "I can't believe you jokers believe something called the Saints Happy Cast," and he would have called back to Sean Payton, the Sean Payton cameo. But Thomas edited it. I want you people to listen to the disgust in this man's voice as he destroys Dave's credibility in 10 seconds. Thomas, play the soundbite.
I don't know what's going to happen with Mickey Loomis, per se. I think he's still going to be in charge, obviously. But I think that Kai Harley is going to be elevated to be the official GM of the Saints.
I know what you're referencing. Somebody just made that up.
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I mean, somebody in the Discord said that's the greatest thing Thomas has ever done in his entire life.
I don't think Mickey listens to the show. I'm pretty sure he's just referencing the tweets that you put out there. I don't really think he actually heard me say that.
Oh, Mickey pays somebody to listen to this.
That's right.
I don't know about that.
Ralph asked me about this offline. He texted me and he said, Andrew, do you think this is bad if Dave's wrong? Yeah, and I was texting my sources and I was like, I couldn't confirm it. So I was like, run with it, don't run with it. But I can't confirm it, so I don't know. And we decided to run with it. And what I told Ralph is, I think I said this on the show last week, but to me, this is a win-win either way. Because either he's right and we broke news and we can take a victory lap, or it's wrong and Dave will never live it down ever.
And Mickey Loomis mentioned it, so it's a
yeah. We were acknowledged by Mickey Loomis.
I gotta be honest, I really don't care because I'm not a reporter. Like I said on the show when I was saying it.
Oh, there's an interception!
I'm just
That's Ryan.
100.00.
Andre George, damn!
Wait, Andrew donated $100?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why? Why would you want me to drink the Rumpelmans?
I just need more donations can come in, and then you got to take a third shot. It'll be great.
Oh, Jesus! You want me to do another?
I think that's the fastest
if we get another 100, I'll do another one of the drop shots.
Are we doing a mailbag after this? Are we doing a mailbag after this?
Yeah, we are.
I'll hang around for the mailbag.
Kevin or you are doing a mailbag. The Rumpelmans is disgusting. Oh. Man,
the best part is that Ralph just Venmos the $100 back to Andrew as payment for being on the podcast. So Ralph is really just drinking.
I feel like I should get at least 50 of that back.
It's like what is it? The thing on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the economy, and they try to explain.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah,
and they try to.
I feel like my donations to the podcast are a horrible Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, it all goes to Thomas in Poland. Drug money and hookers.
Right. Thomas is Madoff.
Madoff.
Rumpelmans.
You're welcome.
Thomas Belfort.
I don't think you had to donate $100 though. I think you could have just done 75.
Well, I'm chipping away at the next one.
Oh,
Rumpelmans. Sure. Hey, Sally, I need assistance. Oh, fuck.
Oh, damn, I forgot about the meter.
Go ahead and update that for shot number 3, Thomas.
I will.
Yeah.
After he tells me the score, the rating.
Rumpelmans is like a 9. It's disgusting.
Damn, it's worse than the previous
9.
one.
That's worse than the previous thing?
Yeah, I have like Rumplemints.
Or is it 9 after taking the other one?
I think it's 9 after taking the other one. The Rumplemints would be like a 7 normally. Thing is, like Goldschlager, Rumplemints, like I drank those in college. It gives me PTSD. You know?
Jesus.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Can I go back? Can I go back to defending myself now?
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely not.
Never.
I love how you all said that.
No, there's no defending yourself.
I said again. I said this before. I'm not a reporter. I'm not like Andrew. I'm not trying to get like scoops. I'm not out there working.
But you said it so emphatically. You were
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you.
Lube up. That's what you said on the show.
I did not say this is happening. Lube up. That
This
was
is
the sound
happening.
bite you played.
Lube up.
Yeah.
See, we've got the audio.
The only thing I'll say in Dave's defense,
and I was surprised.
I was saying was that intelligent,
and I was surprised that you guys were really willing to go with it. But wait, no, go ahead. Say something in my defense.
I was gonna say something in your defense. I got a lot of DMs and a lot of text messages
right there.
from media that's like, we haven't confirmed that, but we've been hearing it. But we can't
I know that's
confirm
what I'm
it.
saying. I know that.
So people would like it wasn't made up out of thin air. I think Dave heard a bunch of people and made it up on the golf course, maybe. But I mean,
no. Hey, Ralph, like you said, never wrong. Sometimes early.
Well, Kai Harley didn't get the Kyle Allen job, so there's still
there. You go.
Oh
no, you know what? No, I was thinking about this, and like I know obviously the lead for you guys.
Here we go, Kevin. See, he's already trying to spin this.
No. Let me go.
And on the night of the New Hampshire primary, no less. Go ahead and spin, Dave. Spin. Like a goddamn top. Hang on. Wait a minute. Where were they?
So glad to have Kevin back. Wait.
Let me see that. Hang on a second.
What
we got there?
What?
We got there. I can't. Let me see. I can't see that too clear. Hey, I can't see that too clear. Is that Leonardo DiCaprio's totem from Inception? Because Dave, you keep spinning, brother. You ain't stopping. This must be the end of Inception.
Check the box. We have an Inception reference. We can
you
close
see that
it up.
movie yet, Dave, or no?
I did, but I've totally forgot it, and I was totally confused by it.
Ralph, go get another shot.
No, stop. Look, I think we may be potentially bearing the lead here, and I think through all these shenanigans, I think we might have accidentally. No, stop. I think we might have actually.
Nice.
I think we might have accidentally stumbled into, something else. There was something I noticed when Mickey answered that question. By the way, Mickey, great guy, love him, smart, attractive, all-time good guy.
Hope the cough heals up, Mickey.
But look at what he said. Look at what he said when he answered that question. He said, quote, one day he'll wake up and decide this is the day, referring to his retirement. You know what that means to me? To me, that sounds like, that means Mickey decides when he's done.
Yeah.
That means he's in charge. He's the boss.
You know what he also said? Somebody just made that up. He also said that.
Yeah.
He also said that
up.
Okay. So
No, I'm not done.
Okay.
So you're done. You are done.
I don't.
You're finished. You're finished in this town.
I find it interesting that he said that, and to me, like I feel like we're kind of like in a Jerry Jones situation. I feel like we have a guy who's in charge. He's not necessarily the owner, although maybe one day he'll be part owner or have some ownership. But I feel like we've got a guy who's in charge, and he can't be fired. There's no checks and balances.
Quit changing the subject. You fed us.
It's a good.
You fed us bullshit.
No, I'm not.
It's a good.
We're not gonna. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say we're not gonna spend 60 minutes making fun of me.
I was gonna say
actually maybe we will. I don't know.
It's a good segue, Dave, to our next topic about Loomis kind of being untouchable. Because besides Mickey Loomis destroying Dave, besides him destroying Dave at the press conference,
savaging him.
Yeah. The second funniest thing was Loomis going full Burt Reynolds on Celebrity Jeopardy with the gum chewing. That was a boss move. He's untouchable. Thomas, play the clip of Mickey Loomis chewing the gum.
Yeah, it looks, I think that, I think our expectations were higher collectively. we had some games that slipped away from us, and a couple we didn't perform in well, and just it's a variety of reasons. That's all.
You're an ass bite. Pardon my French.
But sometimes we're not doing the things that are necessary to win. And that's on me. That's on me 100%. I've got to hold our guys to a standard to do the things necessary to win. And I think that I probably let that slip a little bit over the last few years. And so we're gonna get that recalibrated. And so that's my message to our entire building. It's not just to the players or just the coaches. It's to our entire building.
That's not my name.
Okay, Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, what do you want?
You buzzed in.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's different because the responsibilities are different. Particularly when you have a defensive head coach and you're looking for an offensive coordinator. Yeah, just no different than when Sean was a head coach and we went through searches for defensive coordinators. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, I found this backstage, oversized hat. It's funny.
No, it's not.
Sure it is. It's funny. It's funny because it's bigger than a normal hat.
I see that. Get back to your podium.
Take a look at that.
Yeah, I see it. Go back to your podium.
Kevin, Mickey Loomis, like he's got a more secure job than the Pope. Like, I know he said he was sick and he had to use the gum, but he could have used Robitussin. He could have had a cough drop. He could have done throat coat. He could have chose any other. He could have chose many options. He chose gum because he's untouchable and he wanted to let everybody know it.
Yeah, just chewing with the mouth open. I like it. I like sometimes.
You do? You like it?
Yeah, I like it sometimes when you just gotta whip it out and just say, all right.
Whip it out, huh?
Who wants to challenge me?
So just pee all over the stage and
Yeah.
I gotta say, when I saw him do that, I found it really. I was like distracted. It was very distracting to listen to him talk and keep chomping on his chewing gum. So from a Sonic point of view, I didn't like it. But then I went on X, formerly known as Twitter, and
Twitter.
Yes, and I saw so many people be like,
you were on drugs.
the gall that he would chew gum in a press conference. Like, there were so many people that were outraged. There were so many people that tried to extrapolate that and make it into something bigger than it was. Like, this is a microcosm of how this team is run. And then I was glad that he did it. Like it like the reaction was so far to an extreme that I was then entertained. Like, hey, Mickey, can you chew gum more often in your press conference? Like, I find it distracting, but can you do it more because people are getting so angry about it?
And look, if he would like to indulge in some throat coat, he can fly up here.
I know a guy.
Fly me down there.
Yeah.
And we
if
can
Mickey
sit
needs
around a
throat
table.
coat, I know a guy.
Listen, I would prefer he fly me down, preferably in, say, like April. You know, maybe on a weekend or like a couple of days before a weekend. Maybe put me in a room with some other people in the Saints organization. We can go over some charts, some graphs.
Last week of April.
And I can distribute throat coat to everybody. And we can, just have a nice meeting of the minds and discuss some things. And I can trade them one throat coat and get back several bags of lozenges in return. And I will make out like a bandit for that.
Patron Doug, he said, he DM'd me in Discord. He said, Mickey Loomis chewing the bleepity bleep gum was more annoying than the metronome tone in the live show recording. He said Mickey Loomis was unlistenable. And by the way, the live show is posted, and it does have a metronome. I don't know what you call it, like a chime throughout the broadcast that we forgot to turn off when we were recording. But Dave,
Who? So okay. So we're sticking with Mickey Loomis. I feel bad. I feel like we're just shitting all over Mickey, and I don't know if he necessarily deserves that. But
he kind of does.
But I mean, seriously, going back to my earlier
shit
point,
on you, but you keep trying to like deflect it.
That's right. We'll go back to that. We'll go back to the A block if you want.
Don't let him bully you, son.
Well, no. I mean, I'm being serious though. Like if the Saints lose next season and suck next season or suck for another 2 years, like, and Mickey Loomis is still here and he's not doing anything, and he's like, aren't you guys? I feel like I'm trying to warn people about global warming before people really care about global warming. And I feel like I'm trying to prepare you and everybody else for a potential disaster looming in the future where Mickey Loomis has this absolute power as GM or executive vice president or whatever, and he can't be removed, and there's no checks and balances.
What, do you think that's coming? I think that's already here, buddy. I think
he's running the team into the ground, and all we can do is just watch
This
like
is
it's that
number one
movie
bullshit.
Deliverance.
I think it's already here.
That can't be, because Ralph, you of all people, I mean, you've been around long enough to know, like, this is not that terrible. Like 7
No,
and
it's
9
not.
or
It
8
could
and 9 or whatever.
Like
come
when he's on
man.
coaching, hire 3 and 4 years, and they're picking, and they're the Raiders.
I don't know.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
I also thought about this. Maybe Loomis being permanent GM is great for the team because he can make whatever decisions, and if things go wrong, he can always take the blame, and he's nothing's ever going to happen to him. And then that way he can keep people like Kai Harley on staff at lower positions, and they're not necessarily so high profile, and he can keep them on staff or whatever while he takes all the shots. I don't know.
Maybe we'll see. But it's a good point.
I don't know.
Kevin, the one piece of news that people are dying to hear us talk about is the offensive coordinator. And when you were on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, I asked you the question, who would you rather, the Saints, the person that gets the cup of coffee for Kyle Shanahan or the person that gets the cup of coffee for Sean McVay? But DA's search for offensive coordinator, it's gone so deep into the Shanahan tree. I think it might be like, Thomas has the people that from yesterday, but he's interviewing Brian Greasy, who I didn't even know was in the NFL. He's interviewing Gary Kubiak's kid. How close are we to Dennis Allen hiring somebody who talked to Kyle Shanahan while he was pumping gas somewhere in San Francisco?
Do we really want to go? Like, I have trepidation, and I'll preface what I'm about to say with this. I have no rhyme or reason for this. This is merely a vibes feeling with me. I have trepidation about hiring the son of a coach, or bringing on the son of a coach to be a coordinator. I just, again, no true rhyme or reason for it. I just.
Well, because for every Kyle Shanahan, there's like 6 bad ones.
Brian Greasy and Kyle Shanahan, and there was the other fella you mentioned that I'm just Kubiak, and I'm just like, I'd rather roll the dice, on pitcher, on Gerard Johnson, Zach Robinson. Like, give me the guy that squeegeed Peyton's windows under an overpass in Denver. Like, I'll take that.
Andrew, but like some of these names are Waldron, he got hired in Chicago. The offensive coordinator for Cincinnati got hired as a coach in Tennessee, Callahan. So maybe pitcher moves up in Cincinnati. Slovic is rumored to be the coach in Atlanta because they're fighting over. Arthur Blank wants Belichick, but McKay doesn't want Belichick because Belichick will kick McKay to the curb. So, like, that could mean Gerard Johnson goes there as the OC. These are great names. Like, I'll give DA credit. Like he understands the assignment, and he's interviewing guys from the latest, greatest fad in the NFL. But how concerned are you that like all these guys on the list, like in the end, like it ain't gonna be any of them, and it's gonna be the choice between like Brian Greasy, Ronald Curry, and Gruden.
Let's run it back with Carmichael. Let's run it back with Carmichael.
That's the funniest.
Ralph said that
my
on
next
Twitter.
question.
Like, how funny would it be if they just said, "You know what, Pete? You want to come back? What are you up to? Let's run this back."
And Pete's like, "No, I'm not doing anything." Yeah, no.
The thing is, Sean Payton was their second choice. I don't know that Sean Payton was their first choice. The Saints.
Matt Ryan. Brian Greasy as OC, Chris Sims passing game coordinator, John Gruden quality control. 2004 Tampa Bay shenanigans.
Jeez,
I hate all of
it. That's a hate crime. That is a hate crime. Who did that?
Budrich, thanks for 20
Nice.
Is Chris Sims even coaching?
No, he's on PFT with Mike.
I know.
Florio
That's what I was going to say. Like, maybe
keep Chris Sims far. Chris Sims was always down on.
No, but if he's coaching, then he's not on TV anymore. Isn't that a win?
No, it's a win for everybody else. It's not a win for us.
Oh.
He couldn't even recite Gruden's playbook. Remember, like how his head was swimming when he was trying to recite a play in the huddle.
Yeah. Funny. Go ahead.
Look, I think with the Saints, they'll hire who they hire. But my point is, Drew Brees, Sean Payton, the Saints weren't their first choice. Maybe Sean Payton wasn't their first choice. Like, it really doesn't matter how the guy gets in the building. And what was really funny is I saw some people on Twitter, like there was a thing today, the Saints interviewed this guy and this guy, and someone's like, I want neither. I'm like, how do you know? None of us know.
Yeah,
how
like
any
Ronald
of these
Curry.
guys are going to do as play callers.
Yeah,
how they're going to gel with Derek Carr. How like it's all going to come together. So like, let's not pretend to know. And I think we're all in the same space here, where we just like it better work. It better freaking work.
And here's the thing.
But beyond that, like, I'm not going to be one of these guys who's like, oh, this was a terrible decision. None of us should be like that.
Well, here's the thing.
Now Gruden's a little different because of all the baggage. But I will say this. There's one thing about Gruden that gives me pause. I don't like Gruden. I don't want Gruden. My morality won't allow this. My intellect won't allow it. The limited football knowledge that I have thinks that it's a bad idea. But as bad as the NFL doesn't want this to happen, and as bad as Roger Goodell doesn't want this to happen, if the Saints hired John Gruden for the first time, it would show me that Dennis Allen has balls that are even a quarter the size of Sean Payton, an eighth the size of Sean Payton. On some level, I would respect Dennis Allen for hiring John Gruden because of the double birds that would shoot at Roger Goodell. And look, my morality matters to me. The success of my football team matters to me. But if there's one thing that conflicts me because it might matter more, it's a middle finger to Roger Goodell. So I'm not saying I want John Gruden, but there's a small part of me that kind of feels like it would be nice. Sorry, I said that out loud. I'm still not sure I follow.
Anybody else want to weigh in? Dave? I'm sorry, Dave. Were you texting a source, Dave? Is that what it was? Were you texting a source? All right, do you want to make an announcement? Is Gruden going to join the team? Are they going to make that announcement next week? Are we getting on Hard Knocks?
No. I do have
Dale
news
selling
about
the
that,
team?
actually. No, I don't.
Ralph just chimed out for some reason.
What is going on with this show? Did Ralph?
Kevin is the captain now.
Kevin, that's who's in charge after. If that's who's number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took
Kevin,
his spot.
you're
Look-
running the
look at
show
webcam.
now. Ralph is out.
He's in the upper left.
The black magic has taken out his internet.
There he
To
comes.
quote Kenny Powers, "You're fucking
on
out.
that
I'm
tech-
fucking in."
He's on that Texas grid.
Jesus.
Oh no, it was all my fault. It helps to plug in your computer.
You touched a wire, didn't you?
No, I just didn't have my computer plugged in.
Oh, that
so-
explains a lot, man.
But I'm hardwired tonight, Thomas. Don't worry.
Yeah, hardwired, right? But you're on the fucking battery.
Tomas, I'm going to need you to isolate the first part of that audio where Ralph says he's hard.
I'm going to need you to isolate the other part of Andrew's audio where he said my limited football knowledge.
Come hard.
All right, so where are we going now?
I don't
Wait,
know.
Ralph froze. Either Ralph froze or he's got a serial killer look.
No, he froze.
Jesus Christ. He looks like the villain of the week on Mindhunter.
I don't get that reference.
Well, of course not. It was a Netflix show that got canceled, I think, after 2 seasons.
Like
Sounds
every
like
other,
it was
like
good.
every other show.
And
Yeah,
meanwhile,
like every other good show on streaming
Right.
services.
Meanwhile, Andrew is off to get his third drink of the night. You want to talk about falling off the wagon hard?
Right.
He's like, I've never seen him.
Greg Louganis dive off the wagon.
I've never seen him drink this much in an episode before.
Isn't that weird that the only diving reference we have anymore is Greg Louganis?
Greg Louganis.
Like,
What
that's
else
it.
would there
Greg
be?
Louganis hasn't been a competitive diver in what, 30 years?
Oh, right. That's
40
true.
years.
Right. We haven't had. That's a good bit. Right. I'm going to write this down.
Shouldn't there be somebody
Well,
that we've
you know what?
got now that
No,
we can
see,
say
Kevin.
American? Because otherwise, I think everybody else that's good is Chinese.
Well, here's the thing. America, maybe we're not making good divers anymore, just like America's not making Ralphs anymore. We're not making great divers. And Greg Louganis, like, he did a dive and like literally hit his head on the diving board. So he's like famous forever. The one thing I was going to ask you, Kevin, before my computer rudely interrupted because I didn't take the time to plug it in was
hurry up and ask it before it happens again.
Before it happens again. Funnier outcome for the Saints. John Gruden or Arthur Smith?
Oh man.
The funnier outcome is Arthur Smith. John Gruden would immediately schism the fan base because you'd have people being angry. You'd have people talking about not watching the team anymore. You'd have people, you'd get into the semantics argument about, oh, he should be able to come back and coach and all this other kind of stuff. It would just be an endless circle of that nonsense. But if Arthur Smith got to be the OC, everybody could come together to bag on Dennis Allen for apologizing to that man over and over and over. I still see people tweeting that they still can't believe that DA ran across the field to apologize immediately and then raced to the podium to apologize again in front of the media to the Falcons and throw his team under the bus. Like, it would be great if it was Arthur Smith as the OC. Because then I'm sure Arthur Smith could devise ways to not get the ball in Chris Olave's hands or Rashid Shaheed's hands or Alvin Kamara's hands or anybody else that's worth a damn, because he seemed to find a way to ignore Bijan Robinson when he had him on his team. So, yeah.
Andrew, Arthur Smith apparently has got interviews with more than 7 teams, Diana Rossini said. So I'm figuring, like, if he's interviewing with that many,
that is fucking stupid.
I'm figuring
Wake
DA
up.
put in the call. Like, where do you think, like, on Saints Twitter scale of we don't want this fucking guy as OC? Is Arthur Smith? Is he? I think Gruden might be one. But is Arthur Smith, would he be
I actually
two?
I actually think Gruden is 2 behind Arthur Smith. But again, it kind of gets back. I don't know, man. Like,
Arthur Smith can run the ball.
I apologize to our listeners. I apologize to the people on Twitter that love us because I'm not talking about you. But I kind of have a love-hate thing with Saints Twitter right now. And like, there's part of me that wants the Saints to do the exact thing that Saints Twitter doesn't want. And then I want it to work. So I can be like, see, you guys don't know shit. And it worked. And now you're going to root for what you didn't like and you're going to be happy. And so, like, yeah, there's part of me that wants us to hire Arthur Smith and see the collective meltdown. And then I want Arthur Smith and Dennis Allen to win it.
Yeah.
To win a Super Bowl together and watch everyone apologize. And I know that's ridiculous and it's never going to happen and it's totally unrealistic, but like,
I messed up the question, Kevin, when I said the funniest outcome for Saints offensive coordinator. I said Arthur Smith or John Gruden. That was a mistake by me. The question should have been funnier outcome: Arthur Smith or Pete Carmichael comes back. What's funnier?
See, that's actually a debate.
I messed it up, guys. The computer going dead.
I still think it's Arthur Smith.
Yeah, running the score up on him and then him joining us would be.
Dave, didn't you say somebody said Arthur Smith looks like a monkey who wished to be a boy? And
that a wizard, that a wizard turned from a monkey into a man or something like that. Yeah, it was on Twitter or something like that. It's wild. He really does. Well, I was going to say, like, is this the same thing as like the Falcons hiring Belichick? Is it like the same kind of situation?
I mean, the Falcons, it appears the Falcons coaching search, like they love, Kevin, the idea of Belichick, and then they interviewed him and they're like, whoa. We don't know about
They interviewed him multiple times.
Yeah, they interviewed him the second time on Arthur Blank's yacht. So yeah. I was like, man, he's bringing him to the yacht. Like, this is a done deal. But
the sun never sets on the empire. They probably wanted to talk boat stuff.
Is Belichick a boat
like
guy?
Belichick's into boat stuff.
He is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Belichick is into boat stuff.
He looks like a boat guy to me. A
boat guy. What are the main characteristics of a boat guy?
I'm not necessarily a boat guy. I'm more of a
happy ending guy.
October says
like
yacht interviews.
Something that rhymes with boob.
Yacht interview sounds bad, like you get shot and thrown overboard if you don't meet the standards.
It's not that kind of yacht. It is definitely not that kind of yacht. It's not Pussy's yacht.
So, Andrew, you were telling me that your people said that the Saints aren't going to make a decision until like Senior Bowl week, which is next week. So even though it's Tuesday, like I don't have to get the.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
Up.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
So the Saints offensive coordinator search, like it's kind of, I feel like they need to move a little faster, Andrew. Like I feel like people are getting hired and like the good guys are getting off the board. Like I feel like the Saints need to move a little faster. Do you feel that way or no?
I do feel that way, but I think there's a reality that, there's some moving parts where, they want a guy that's a quarterback coach, but the OC might be getting a head coaching job. And if he gets a head coaching job, then he might bring him with him to be the OC. Or if he leaves, then the OC job is maybe opening for his existing team and he might get elevated to that. So there's a lot of moving pieces, and I don't know that the Saints OC is a job that someone just jumps to. They have to see how other pieces move around, and they're like, okay, fine, I'll take it. So, I mean, I seriously, I think that's the reality of the situation, and it's not ideal. But look, I think I would liken it to free agency in the sense that Like I think about the time that the Saints were all in on Ron Bartel and they lost out on him.
Oh my God.
And they had to settle for Jabari Greer. Or they were all in on drafting Mario Williams and then he got taken first and they had to settle for Reggie Bush. Or I don't know. I'm sure there was another free agency. Brandon Scherf, he tears his ACL. They settle for Larry Warford. He goes to the Pro Bowl, right? So there's countless examples of this. I think there's a lot in the draft, right? There was when they took Ramczyk and they were going to take the linebacker. What was his name, Ralph?
Reuben Foster.
Yeah, Reuben Foster.
They were on the phone with Reuben Foster.
You don't know how it's going to play out always. Sometimes your first choice, it's like, we have to hope this is one of those situations, I think, where God saves Mickey Loomis from himself.
I was not my wife's first choice, second choice, third choice.
Well, no shit, man.
But I don't know.
But that bad example, because is she really happy with?
That's right. Like if she came on the podcast, would she be like, "It worked out for the best"? I don't know that she was.
Is there a story behind this? Was there a choice that had like an actual choice that had to be made?
There was a guy with a great working left hand.
Yeah, she was like,
Rob got rid of the competition. That's the story.
Yeah, with better grip strength.
I sent him some drop shot, and he dropped dead.
I gotta tell you guys. I gotta tell you guys this real quick. You guys know I got an injection in my right elbow. I've had some tennis problems. Some pain in my elbow. So I got a PR
injection.
I got a PRP injection in my right elbow, and so I've had some physical therapy, and so there's this little trigger that you pull, and she's like, "All right, I want to measure your grip strength in both hands." And I couldn't help myself. I was like, "Seriously, you want to test my grip strength?" She's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay,
best come hard."
I was like, "Just so you know, I'm on a podcast." She's like, "You're on a podcast?" I'm, "Yeah, it's a Saints podcast." And she's like, "No way." And I'm like, and our host has cerebral palsy and his hands kind of messed up. And so like, he talks all the time about grip strength. And like, we're about to do this. We're about to test my grip strength. And so I go to
They're gonna fuck each other next.
So I go with my right hand, which is my fucked up, my injected arm. And then I go to my left, and my right is still stronger than my left, even after the injection. And so she's like, "Well, you can tell your crippled friend that even after an injection,
crippled friend,
your grip strength is still better than his."
Wow.
All right, there you go.
Kevin Jr. on the way. Took a turn.
So I was like, "This is great podcast content." Thank you.
Right. That's right. It was
very funny.
So what do you want me to say? Hang on.
What is your grip strength right now?
I don't know. I'm done with the physical therapy bad because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not. My grip strength is probably like a toddler at this point. It's probably bad. I'll tell you what's not bad though. We are presented by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. Wow. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is a strawberry flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, fresh strawberries from Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 blended and bottled in New Orleans, Louisiana at the Porch Jam Distillery. Hard Hide Strawberry Whiskey is not for the thin-skinned. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season long. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. And remember, you can use Amazon Prime membership to support Saints Happy Hour. It doesn't cost you a dime. Click on the link in the podcast description. You got instructions from Thomas. Do it. Doesn't cost you a dime. It's a great way to support the show. Thomas, do we have a donation update? Am I going to have to go to my kitchen and get another one of those Monadula death concoctions?
75 away.
I mean, yeah, we are 75 away. It's going to be hard to top Cajun Sands, though. I mean, Andrew is like $200 away, so... You never know. You never know, man.
So we got to get questions, Thomas.
Come on, people, donate.
take it to the top, Thomas. We got to do questions.
Yeah, it's rarely Ralph drinks 3 times during the show.
It is rare, but I'll do it. I'll do it for the people. I'll even try to drink it with my bad arm. How about that?
Whoa.
Damn.
All right, I might have to donate for that.
Okay, we haven't seen that. Yeah, we've never seen that.
I'm getting wild.
That's gonna get all kinds of likes in the Discord channel of all your different faces that you make and drinking videos.
We can have Thomas. We can make a new segment called Cripple Shot.
Jesus.
What's the first question?
Guys, post your questions in the chat. I'm gonna take one question from the chat later. But first question from Jason Champagne from Saints Happy Hour patron only Discord. He asks, should the Saints acquire Calvin Tyler Jr. and Dalvin Cook on minimum deals just so we can have a running back room of Alvin, Calvin, and Dalvin next preseason?
Yes, absolutely.
Only if the new offensive coordinator is Bob Newhart.
Well, no,
that's a reference only 3 people got. I got it though, Kevin. So I appreciate it.
That's fine.
This is my running back, Daryl. This is my other running back, Daryl. This is my other running back.
Running back, Daryl.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Nikolai says if we get a third shot, can it be a cripple shot instead of a triple shot? Wow.
Oh.
Interception! Matt Ryan!
Andre Jewish 28-3 donation.
Wow. It's the circle of life.
Less than 50 buckaroos, guys.
Wow. Make it happen, people. Make it happen. Next question, Thomas.
Damn, already? Okay.
Already. I like.
Okay, next question from Daniel. First time question. Oh, wow. Before that.
Chug, 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 chug. Was it over the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Wow.
Thanks to Ahmed for 28-3 donation.
Wow.
Less than $20 away, guys.
Let's go.
You better go get the boot.
I better go get the
already
drop.
shaking.
I got to get the drop shot and I got to loosen up.
Black magic, baby.
Black magic is terrible. I'll go get it and warm it up. Thomas, what's the next question?
All right, next question. No question in the chat, guys? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First time question from Daniel, the new patron from England, if I understand correctly. Okay, he asks, I'm interested in getting a consensus of what the top 3 questions a OC candidate should be asking the Saints during the interview process.
Oh, interesting. So he's actually asking it, what should the OC be asking the Saints?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I think, okay, I'll take a stab at this. I think the first thing you have to ask is
how much wood do I have to chop?
Yeah, how much wood do I have to chop? No, I think it starts with the cap, and it's not that it's insurmountable or that it's unmanageable, because we all know the cap is an illusion. But I think when you struggle with cap situations, you have to make decisions about what veterans you're forced to keep and where you allot your resources. And obviously they have a lot tied into quarterback. So as an offensive coordinator, I look at this offensive line, I look at the running back scheme, and I'm like, okay, if I want to change personnel to fit what I want to do, like, am I going to get the players? And I would be scared as an offensive coordinator, because Dennis Allen, once you get to the draft and he's the one that has the ultimate say or the ultimate influence maybe on Mickey Loomis, you know, if it's down to a receiver and a pass rusher, 9 times out of 10, Dennis Allen's going to take a pass rusher. So I think that's the thing I would be afraid of if I'm an OC. The second question I would ask is,
Penn.
I mean, yeah, something to do with Trevor penalty.
No,
honestly,
no,
like
no.
how like what are your plans for this guy? Do you have someone that can coach him up?
No.
Okay, Ralph disagrees with that.
Yeah, Kevin, what do you want to say? I know what my first question would be.
Well, I think one of the three questions I would ask would be, okay, suppose we're a little over halfway through the season and we're 4-6, or we're 3-6, we're 4-7, something like that, and you decide to fire DA. Would I be named interim head coach? Or if you decided to fire him at the end of the year, would I at least be able to interview for the head coaching position?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
No. First question I ask, second year guaranteed? Question mark. That's what I want. If I'm like a hot candidate, like the Gerard Johnson or the pitcher guy for Cincinnati, I want that second year guarantee. So if you blow out the coaching staff, I'm getting paid no matter what. Also, like on a serious football level, Dave, like
I'm writing my answers down before I forget them.
Is he commit? Like, are the Saints like committed to Taysom? Do I have to keep the Taysom specialty plays and specialty packages for Taysom?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's a great. I was writing down my questions before I forgot them while you guys were talking. Yeah, you know what? A good one is with Taysom. I think that's great. If I had a minute, I would try and think of something even more specific and dial it even more down for Taysom. The other question that I would have as an offensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, is what can we do as an offense to make your defense play better, to maximize your defense?
Not be last in the league and running the ball.
And then I also have who are going to be our next quarterback? Seriously, who are we going to sign after we get rid of Derek Carr? I need to know. I'm not taking the job until you tell me. Please tell me seriously who's going to play quarterback. I don't like Derek Carr. He's the worst.
I have a few questions I would ask. Why didn't you throw the ball to Jimmy Graham in the end zone against the Falcons last season?
Man.
I would ask that.
I love that question. I would ask. The DA he's gonna just mumble and he's gonna just start sweating and he's not gonna have a real answer because he knows what the answer should be and he knows what the real answer is.
I would ask, why the fuck is Jameis Winston still on this team? I would ask that.
These are good questions, Andrew.
And I would ask, Dennis, do you promise to never, ever speak to me again?
Yeah.
After you hire me,
right? Like, will you not meddle?
Yeah.
Do I get full control?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, the score is 31-30. I want to go for 2. Will you overrule me like a pussy?
Yeah.
Like, that's a good.
Will you run at least one fake punt this season?
Yeah, they got Taysom as the punt protector. They never run a goddamn fake punt. That's annoying.
How close are we, Thomas? How much money do we have left?
Like $1?
18.
$18.
$18. Come on, people.
Make it happen.
Black magic.
The drop shot. You know, you
Drop
want to.
shot.
Kevin.
You know you wanna.
Kevin, do you think the offensive the interviews with the offensive coordinator, do you think they will demand not necessarily like changes in personnel, but would they be like, hey, I got to bring a guy in to like run my system and I need a little bit of say in the draft room? Because if you want to run the McVay Shanahan system, like I gotta have different linemen. Like, how much authority do you think the new OC would want, and how much do you think these hot candidates, like, how much can they get from the Saints? Like, I guess my question is,
Well, I mean, I would assume
how
it's not
desperate are the
DA
Saints? How desperate?
I would assume it's not DA's call on DA is not going to get the final say on who to hire as the OC. So, I mean, if you can appeal enough to Mickey and just be like, look, obviously I got to be in the draft room and I've got to be able to have input. Excuse me?
Yeah, and you're calling the plays. I mean, that's pretty big power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, Andrew, that's a good question. Like, how?
Oh, deception!
Oh, wow.
Matt Ryan!
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Drink up, Ralph.
I was
clinking beer mugs.
Wow. All right, I'll go get the.
Who did
I'll
that?
go get the. I'll go get the. There's San Antonio Saint. I'll go get.
They just saved me $20. I was like literally about to do it.
You can still do it, man.
By the way,
No, absolutely not.
Budrich just said the Milwaukee Bucks are hiring Doc Rivers as a head coach.
Wow. Somebody said Doc Rivers is the Sean Payton of the NBA.
Oh, that's a terror. No, it's not even that. He's like the Norv Turner. I don't know if you remember Norv Turner always getting jobs.
Norv Turner didn't win a ring though. It was Doc Rivers won a ring.
That's true.
In Boston.
And this is your friend from Boston.
Yeah.
You know you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's maybe.
Good girl.
You want to do a question?
Arrested?
Should I go to one of my questions?
Let's
that
go
I
with
have
the
written
question
down?
in the meantime.
You
Your
wanna go
boy
with one of
Alan
my
asks.
questions?
Your
one
boy
of your
Alan
questions.
asks, what news will Dave make up and tweet to the world before next week's live show?
By the way, again, still, what's the? Let me ask you a question.
Hey, San Antonio Saint requests
Ralph,
the
San
pickle
Antonio
liqueur.
Saint wants you to drink the pickle liquor he sent you.
Oh,
I've already opened the drop shot, and I have to drink it.
Remember
with my bag.
next week about the pickle liqueur.
Oh yeah, I have to find it.
Wait a minute. So, what's the statute of limitations on this as far as like the Kai Harley news? Like, let's say a month from now, the
It's over.
Saints announce. No, I'm serious. No, come on.
I am too. It's over.
No, it's not. It's not
Mickey
over.
Loomis literally said, "You made
know
it the
that.
fuck up.
No.
It's over.
No,
It's over.
No, I'm
The
serious.
statute of limitations is over."
No.
Suck
Listen,
on this,
go-
bitch.
Listen.
Kai Harley still has a chance to be the GM of the Saints if Mike Pence only has the courage to do the right thing. Okay?
If Mike Pence would have if Mike Pence had the courage, Dave could be right. That's right. Kevin is back. Kevin is
so
back.
much. I love it so fucking much.
All right, I gotta drink this shot with my crippled hand.
I want an answer to this question. Like, if 1 month from now or 2 months from now they announce it, like,
If
how
you
far down the road?
assassinate Mickey Loomis and he dies, you don't win, Dave. Sorry.
I will consider you winning, but we'll have to have a vote, and we'll do a breaking news podcast where you can take a victory.
Dave's gonna
lap
make
and
him
we'll
an
do it.
offer he can't refuse, guys.
All right, I gotta drink
that's
this
the plan.
terrible. I gotta drink this terrible shot with my bad hand. It's so hard.
I'm actually surprised you whores aren't taking a lap for like actually getting Mickey to.
Well, you're not. You can't use your good hand to help.
Yeah. Well, he might have to. Don't shame him. He's handicapped, for crying out loud.
Oh God! Fuck! I didn't want to. It was about to fall down and spill all over me. I didn't want to waste.
By the way, is Kevin obnoxiously chewing gum, a la Mickey Loomis here? What's going on? Oh, do you have somewhere else better to be, Kevin?
Unfortunately, no.
The gall of Kevin to come on this show.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
Monadula, me and you are gonna have to have a chat. You like that's worse than his tweets. Like, it's disgusting.
No, whoa, easy.
Hang on.
The worst joke I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, Aldi Marino wants a love update. Kevin,
Puke meter rolls.
a 9. Oh,
Wasn't it an 8?
It was, but you
Well,
add on.
It's now, yeah.
It's now a 9. Like, I'm
Roger
just
that.
saying the mailbag might involve the puke bucket after. We're going to preview that bitch, and I'm going to be drunk as fuck.
I don't know if I'm the only one that lives here in New Orleans. There was like a big water main break.
Thank you for clarifying that.
There was a big water main break down not too far from where I live and where Andrew's mom lives.
Yeah, she told me there was a.
So we're under a boil water advisory.
Yeah, I heard.
So, she already told you this?
She texted me that she was in a boil advisory.
Biloxi Blues.
She texts you with this like meaningless. I mean, like.
Yeah.
Biloxi
like
Blues.
You give a shit. Like
Yeah.
you give a shit that your mother.
I was just like, great. That's great. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah,
Anyway.
I'll make sure to run extra water here in Virginia. Thank you.
Anyway, so
boil that water in Charlotte.
So, but apparently that includes the airport, and so the airport just sent out a tweet that says, you can't. The bathrooms are closed at the airport. So if you have a flight out for the next 3 days, this is for 3 days. This thing's supposed to go on.
Wow.
So if you have a flight out of the airport in the next 3 days,
you're SOL.
Yeah, go to the bathroom before you get to the airport.
Why would that affect flushing?
I don't know. Well, because they don't want. It's also they don't want overuse of water. They're asking us all to conserve water, and so obviously the airport's would use a lot of water. So, that's a disaster. That's a disaster. I moved to Jefferson Parish to avoid this shit, and it's following me.
You can't avoid it.
Maybe it's not Orleans or Jefferson, Dave.
The Saints will be flying in OCs. They'll be like, listen, you're flying in this week. We got a car waiting for you. Don't go to the bathrooms. Just
wait till you get to Orleans to take a dump.
Go to the bathroom on the flight.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a car.
Yeah, we'll have bottled water for you when you get here.
Kevin, people want a love update. The peoples, they want a love update.
Love update. There have been no dates in the entire shoot. There have been no dates since early December.
What?
Sahara up there in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, I would say early December. And that's about it. I've been talking to two different people.
Men?
People or girls?
People.
I've been talking to two different women. Talking to two different women.
Gals.
I've been talking to two different gals, and we're just seeing where things go. I'm just trying to
His name is Derek.
They're gonna fuck each other next.
just trying to pin down a date and seeing if anything happens
CSC
or not.
Says 1974. Is it too cold to go on dates?
Say that again, Ralph.
It's too cold to go on dates, and people are booing in the chat. They don't like these boring love updates.
Listen, I wish
they want Italian
January.
tapas.
It's January.
Listen, I wish that I could tell you guys, hey, I went on a date with this amazing woman, and things look promising. She's actually a fan of wrestling. She likes football in general.
I told her about the podcast. She didn't run away.
Right.
Aldo Marino said, did the COVID girl ever call back?
The COVID girl and I have... Wait, which COVID girl?
What? There's multiple ones? Wow.
Hang on. Never mind. I'm confused.
Which COVID girl? Wow.
That sounds like a punk rock song.
No, I'm confusing...
Kevin has an entire roster, guys.
No, I'm confusing the COVID girl with somebody else who no-showed on a date. But the COVID girl and I, we text once every week or so just to keep the lines of communication open. She is in the process of getting over a previous relationship, and I'm sort of just playing.
That sounds like a
stay away.
No.
Sounds like an excuse, man.
No, hang on a second. Hang on.
Yep.
Wait a minute. She told me that a while back, And then I reached out to her and I was like, listen, here's my idea. I reach out to you every now and then, and we keep talking, and then eventually we meet and we just see if things are cool. If you don't want to even do that, that's fine. But she responded to me almost immediately saying, yes, I would like that very much.
Yeah. As a
She's
degenerate
keeping you as
gambler,
a backup, man.
as a degenerate gambler, Kevin, that's a stay away. I'm just saying.
You're a double-digit dog. Sorry.
I'm just saying that's a stay. For me, that'd be a stay away game.
You act like I'm the favorite, you act like I'm the favorite in a bunch of these. I've got to take. I got to, look. If I'm the underdog, I've got to go.
I'm just saying.
You got that job? Get him.
I should have stayed away from that San Francisco Green Bay game, and I didn't. And I
need some. I need some advice from you guys. This is not Saints related. I'll try to set this up quickly. So tomorrow, I'm going to the UVA NC State basketball game. This gets pretty bougie actually. So you'll be able to make fun of me for this. Yeah. So there's a guy that I kind of know. We're like casual friends, and his law firm got 4 courtside tickets to UVA NC State. So it's like right on like front row.
On the wood.
And UVA is a pretty good team. And he's invited. So our kids go to the same school. He's invited the like chairman of the school, the main guy of the school, which so like I'm hanging out with him. The lawyer who's inviting me, and then my best friend. So like there is a combination of people that I'm hanging out with here, where one guy is like my best friend. I drink with him all the time when we always hang out. You guys remember him, James. He came down for the podcast. So it's like me and
Porn
James.
star Prince Harry. James.
Yes.
We love James.
Porn star Prince Harry, plus a guy that runs the school, plus this guy who's inviting us who I sort of know. So there will be alcohol. We will be drinking a little bit. That's also why I broke my dry January, because I know I was going to be drinking for this. But the question is, I really could care less about UVA. So I'm inclined to bet on the game to give myself some skin in the game and make the game more interesting. So the question is, do I bet for UVA to like, since I'm courtside and I'm with these people, like, should I like when in Rome, like buy into?
I thought you hated.
I do. So do I?
You bet whatever.
Do I force myself to essentially be a Falcons fan for a night, or do I go full heel and bet NC State and root for them next to these people? We're like, well, what the? I invited this guy courtside and he's doing this to me. And then the second question is, if I am going to bet on it, do I talk about it, or do I like keep that internal?
Okay. All your answers, all these answers can be answered at one time. Don't root for a team you don't like, but just fucking keep it to yourself. Like you can sit there and
wait. So don't bet and don't root.
No.
And just be like,
don't bet.
And just be like,
don't bet on the team you.
All right, that was good. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, that was good. I like that.
How am I supposed to have fun?
What do you mean? How are you supposed to have fun? You're courtside at a basketball game.
No, that's
with your best friend and somebody you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, are you going to bet the mortgage? Like how much? Like
no.
You get excited
couple of grand.
afterward. If you talk, look,
nothing
a guy
crazy.
who talks about his bet the entire,
yeah, that's awful.
during the game,
it's
that
like
shit's annoying.
It's like
I'm with
Talk
you.
about it if you win afterward. Then be like, oh, dude, I hit this.
We're going
Came
drinking.
through.
Yeah, that's good advice. Yeah.
Does UVA have an on-campus strip club you could go to and use your
no strip clubs in Charlottesville. Not that I would go to one, but
actually, okay. Now that I'm thinking about it, okay. So actually, the play is bet for your team.
What is my team?
I don't know. Don't bet
the
for,
home team.
No, bet for the away team. Everybody's rooting for the home team, right?
Yes.
Yeah, bet for the away team because you don't like UVA, right? And then you have a thing against UVA.
Yes.
So bet for the away.
What is a
Hold on,
famous
hold on.
NC State person wear their jersey?
Bet for the away team.
Philip Rivers.
And then if the home team wins, then everybody's happy. But if the home team loses and then you won your bet, and you can be like, well, guys, hey, look, sorry, I know the UVA lost, but I just hit. Let's go to the strip club, and then you swoop in, and you're the hero.
Yeah, how far is the nearest strip club to Charlottesville?
Like 3 hours.
God,
2 hours.
Wear a Philip Rivers jersey, go full heel. Thomas, do we have any more questions?
No. All right, well then tell them they have to drive, but you'll pay. They fly, you buy.
Thomas fell asleep.
I don't really feel like the advice was very
What
strong.
do you mean
here.
fell asleep? I told you
It
no.
was kind of a dumb question. I mean, to be
Yeah,
quite honest
maybe.
with you,
So what did you tell me, Thomas? We don't have any more questions?
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
All right.
Jason, I wasn't courtside with Jay-Z and Spike Lee. I'm talking about a UVA basketball game. Like,
dude,
the most famous person we've ever gotten is someone you've never heard of.
Dude, Andrew, you people don't understand how much he hates UVA. Like, he will text me during the NCAA tournament. He'll be in a meeting and he'll be like, how did UVA do? I'm like, they lost. He'd be like, yes.
Why do you hate them? Just because you live in the town and like
just in an environment where everyone's like, oh God, UVA is the greatest. So
you live in the town that the college is in.
Yeah, and I want them to fail.
And he hates them. When they lost to then when they were number one. When they were number one seed.
I am an asshole. My heart is black, Dave.
So Thomas, give us a final.
Wait. Speaking of college basketball, Tulane.
Oh, they
top
won.
10. Memphis. I did not touch any Memphis player when I was on the court.
That photo was pretty incriminating.
That was hilarious. I saw the video where the kid he just like patted the guy on the back. Did you actually watch the video?
Yeah,
all he did was like pat him on the back. He was like, "Oh, good game."
Touch him. That Memphis player's like, I need Morris Bart right now.
I couldn't.
I need to get Morris Bart. I'm mortally wounded.
Where's Anthony Terramina?
That's right.
So, Anthony
Terramina.
Thomas, give us a final MVP tally.
Damn crazy show tonight.
I gotta be up there in the top.
3 donation goals. You are not that close to the MVP though. But let me name everyone who donated. Thanks for the generosity, guys.
$300.
Thanks to Who That Fisherman, to Budridge, to San Antonio Saint, to Arkmish, of course to Andrew, and to the MVP with a whopping $300. Who is?
Wow.
The legendary Cajun Sands.
Thank you, Cajun.
Congratulations.
Wait, if he donated $300, Ralph should have done more than 3 shots.
I tell you what,
I feel like we didn't get our money's worth.
That's That's right. The $300.
I'll do another one. I'll do another shot next week for you, Cajun Sands, to start the show.
How about you do one?
We wanted to survive, though, Andrew.
How about you? No, we don't. How about we do one before the next mailbag tonight? Oh yeah,
mailbag. I could do the peanut butter and raspberry jelly one. That one. That one looks completely disgusting. You have a burp and worry you're gonna vomit.
By the way, I did a shot of absinthe over the weekend.
It's gross.
It was absolutely horrible.
Andrew, I think you were gone. I don't think you were sitting at the table listening. I think you were getting a drink, which is why we were talking about it. For a guy who did dry January, you went right off. We were saying you Greg Louganis off of the wagon. You're talking about drinking absinthe. You've had 3 drinks tonight. You're talking about drinking when you're going to the basketball game. You were like, fuck it. If I'm
it's over.
I'm going home. Yeah. Wow. I'm impressed.
He burned the boats. He's not going back.
That's right.
He burned the boats.
It's fucking over.
He's not going back. Thanks to everybody for listening and supporting Saints Happy Hour. Please go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron, and support the show. We can't do it without you guys. Thanks to Dave. Thanks to Andrew. Thanks to Kevin. He's back. And,
Welcome back, buddy.
And
Thank you.
I love having
back.
Kevin around.
Hey, get on those mock drafts.
The mock drafts are amazing.
Starting now.
Starting now. We're like 3 mock drafts deep, Juge. Where are you? We know who's not subscribed to the RSS custom feed. And Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Remember, kids, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, you ought to support the one that wins awards and drinks foul Netherlands stuff like Drop Shot. Until next time, the bar is closed.